Welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, another building in Marshalltown, downtown Joburg, caught alight this morning. The building was evacuated. The third-story building appears to be hijacked, according to EMS officials. Let's take you there live now. That's where we find my colleague, eNCA reporter Hloni Mtimkulu, for the latest. Hloni, just give us an update. I know the fire has been put out. Any injuries, deaths, etc.?
Yeah, Masejo, so there are no injuries that were reported, no casualties. The fire started. The EMS got a call at around just before 10 o'clock this morning to alert them of a fire, and there is a fire station that is around here. The fire started in the building. So there are two buildings. There's the orange building with the green roof, and then there's the building behind that. The fire actually started in an alley between the two buildings, and then it spread to the orange building. We told that it was on the ground floor, but it was a small fire, so it was easy to contain relative to the Marshalltown fire that was here 2 weeks ago. Just to let you know, we are basically 3 streets away from the Marshalltown building where the fire happened at the end of August. So we're on the corner of Cornelius and Delvers, and that fire is on the corner of Delvers and Albers, which is 3 streets away. So not far away. People that were talking here were saying that, you know, they saw this happening a few weeks ago, and now this is happening again. There's a lady I spoke to, her husband works close to the previous building fire, and now this is happening, and she's worried that they work around here, and so their livelihood might be affected. But so just to say, there are no casualties here. The fire has been put out. It was a relatively small one. It is a hijacked building, but it is privately owned. So in terms of the comparisons from the previous building fire, it is privately owned. There is already an eviction notice that is put out for this building, and it's a process that has been going on for a number of years, we were told. And the city manager, Floyd Brink, said that they would be evicting people, but actually it's an eviction notice that has already happened. So today isn't the day to be starting out the process just because this has happened. We're waiting on Floyd Brink to confirm with us who owns the building and what the next steps are going to be in terms of getting the people that are here out of the way. But basically there's a big crowd of people here that used to live here, maybe about 100 or so, more than 100 shacks we're told that were inside this building. It wasn't just the shacks, Matsof, it was also actual brick rooms that were in here. So it was a combination of brick buildings as well as shack buildings that were here. But as I said, the fire didn't actually start inside, but in the alleyway between the two buildings.
And Hloni, when you speak to those you say are now outside sitting on the pavements, they assume that's them, the residents of these two buildings, what stories are they telling you?
So there's a lot of frustration because they're again comparing to what happened 2 weeks ago. They say they just want their documents, they want their belongings, they want to go inside just to be able to get all of that. So, you know, whether they will be evicted or not evicted, they just want their belongings so that they are able to move somewhere else. I think that there's a bigger chance of them possibly moving back in because, as I said, the actual fire started between buildings, not inside the buildings, and we're told it just spread to about 2 or 3 units in this orange building. So not a big fire, and even when you consider that it's just after 12 o'clock and that fire was reported just before 10 o'clock, so in about 3 hours it has been contained, and actually the fire department truck has just left. So I don't think it will be, in terms of the logistics, as severe as 2 weeks ago, but there is a lot of frustration. There's a lot of just sort of uncertainty in terms of where will they go. We were told that the people that are evicted will be taken to shelters. No confirmation where those shelters will be because shelters are full, but there's a plan to remove the people that are here. There is capacity, we're told, to remove those who will be evicted here. We will have to see if that is the case. There is a little bit of resistance already we're picking up from people who are aware that they might be evicted. So we'll also have to see how that plays itself out. But yeah, lots of frustration and just lots of uncertainty and waiting also to go inside if possible to get their documents and stuff.
All right, Hloni Mtimkulu live for us in Johannesburg. Let's leave it there for now.